What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cook and Jook, the show where we pair good food and good music. Thank you for showing up. My name is Yeyo. I am your host. Do you like my shirt? I wrinkled it just for you. That's all I got. Today, I don't really have like a super duper crazy thing. This is like me just going through my cupboard and my freezer and kind of seeing what I got and just throwing stuff together, and I have no idea what it's gonna taste like because I've never made it before. So I got some garbanzos, aka some chickpeas, a couple different brands. I don't care. They all go in the pot together. I may throw in some tomato paste in there, and I have some sun-dried tomatoes, but I'm not sure if they're still good. I'm gonna test them out. If it smells like then we won't. If it smells like then maybe I'll throw some in there. I got this sausage from Trader Joe's that, I'll be honest, I am not a big fan of. And like it's all right. It's all right, but I don't want to throw it away. I want to use it. And one of the reasons I don't like it, like it tastes okay. The texture is like, it's whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it either into really small slices. The spicy jalapeno sausage. Ooh, shoot. That's not good. The spicy jalapeno sausage. Go ahead and wipe that. Please don't hit the floor, because I'm gonna have to move the oven and wipe down there, and that is gross down there. You know the side of your oven is gross. Anyway. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, I promise that this is not pee, by the way. Not pee. Not pee. That's from the sink. It splashed on me. Anyway, so we're gonna get this chicken jalapeno sausage, cut it up into small pieces. I'm gonna put it in some oil. I'm gonna burn it basically because I just want to get that charred, and I think this is just kind of soft and minnow like that. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna throw some peppers in there, a couple of these. I got a green pepper, I got an onion, and some garlic, and we're gonna throw that in the pan together. And I have some jasmine brown rice, and we're gonna make a bowl. So let's get started. Thank you for stopping by again. And I'm gonna wash some rice right now. And when I get that going, I'll be back. All right, so I rinsed off the rice, turned this on. I have a couple of different olive oils. I have this garlic infused olive oil. I'm gonna put a little bit of this in here. This is about 3 tablespoons. I'm gonna add some salt to this. Right now I have a cup, well actually I have a coffee mug of rice. So I'm gonna put 1.5 coffee mugs of water. Now the package says 1.5. A lot of times rice packages will say 2 cups. But depending on the kind of rice that you're working with, that might be too much. So I'm gonna go 1.5. Though I do think with brown rice, typically you can go with 2. So we're gonna let that do its thing. Add a little bit of salt here, and you can add different stuff. You know, if you want to add garlic, you want to saute some garlic, you can. Different seasonings, you can add Italian seasoning, or, onion powder, whatever you want to do. I'm just gonna let this fry for a couple of minutes. That olive oil is so dope, so dope. Anyway, we're gonna let that do its thing, and we're gonna get started on the sausage. I'm gonna turn this up, put some olive oil in here. Should dry this out a little bit. Okay, just a little piece. Put some olive oil in here. Okay. Let this heat up. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? You can hear that. Now this helps to keep the rice from sticking together. So just so you have an idea what it looks like. Got these? All right. That's what we'll bring over here. only need a good minute and a half, 2 minutes. Then I have get a coffee mug. Oh, my mustache mug, my coffee mug. Thank you, Kaz and Cassandra, for this. Some of my best friends, they bought me this. My big brother and my big sister bought me that for my birthday like 8 years ago. Alright, so then I'm gonna add a half coffee mug. Alright, I'm gonna bring that to a boil. And then we'll lower it. And while that's doing its thing, where's my top? I could probably add some more salt to that, but we're gonna chill with that. That's gonna come to a boil in a couple minutes. Now I'm gonna work on this sausage, so we shall come over here. Bring it down a little bit. Right there, right there. All right. There's the sausage. Trader Joe's. Normally, I like their stuff. This one though, yeah, it's all right. So I'm thinking we can go. We'll just go round, really thin. Get over here. And this is a jalapeno chicken sausage. So the main reason why I bought this was because I got my best friend coming into town, and you know we like to eat and I like to cook. So I always try to think, what can I make? And this person doesn't eat pork. Thank you, Mr. Battery, for dying on me. That was my bad. So anyway, so I got my friend coming over, so I like to just see what I can make. So I was trying this sausage out, and it's all right. So, ooh, okay. I think it's time for the. I think it's time to bring the rice down. What do you think? Yeah, let's do it. That's how you know we cooking. If you don't feel some type of danger, you're probably not really cooking. So we're gonna bring that down to about 4. That's how you know. That's how I want. If somebody's cooking for me, that's how I want the kitchen to look. I don't want to recognize the person. I don't want to be able to see the person. All right, I'm gonna give that a little stir just to help it from sticking to the bottom. Put that over here to the side. Now I'm gonna put the sausage in here. Let me heat that up a little bit higher. I'm gonna throw the sausage in there. Then we're gonna cut up the vegetables, throw that in there. Then we're gonna get the garbanzos, chickpeas, throw that in there. Probably add a little bit of water, and we'll go seasoning as we go along. We'll taste it, and then we'll see what's what. This still needs about another minute. So in the meanwhile, might as well cut up some things, some more things. Out of me. I got a few different cutting boards. This is kind of cool, you know, because you can do cool stuff like that, and you know, it's pretty low maintenance. Plus, it's, you know, if you want to DJ on the side, you know, just cook and jook, you know, that's just what it is. What we doing around here. We about this music. We about this food. We gonna wash this pepper real quick. Got the green pepper. I'm gonna throw a couple of these in there. I don't want to use too many of these because honestly I just like to snack on these. So, but I wouldn't mind having some extra color in there. Got the red. I think we're good with that. I'm gonna leave that over there. All right, let's get this going. Low key, I be eating this. I eat the tip and everything. The ends. Don't grab me. Don't grab me. Don't know me like that. part out. Now, I eat that too, but I don't want that in the garbanzos. Though I'm not opposed to it. All right. Green pepper. No stickers. I'm anti-stickers in my food. Put that over there. Alrighty. Throw that over there. Let's get some of that out. All right. When you're cutting this, you don't have to be neat or polite. You can, if you've had a bad day, but obviously be careful. Rough chops, you can just, if you want to do it like that, because it's all going to wilt down anyway, you can go half like that. Alright, so I can tell that the rice is going down. Good to go here. Okay, I think we're going to add the sausage. Let's add some sausage. Get over here. Get. Go on now. Go on now, get. Looks like it's a face, like it's like a nose and or a mouth and two eyes, like it's making fun of me. Go on now, get. So I'm gonna let that go for a little bit. I got garlic. Garlic, good for you, good for me. Garlic, not my favorite thing to work with, but I love to eat it. All right, so I got 5 cloves. You can use more, you can use less, up to you. Let me. All right. Bam. Be careful when you're doing this, obviously. Garlic. Bam. No, yeah, I can't do that. That's Emerald's thing. My bad, Emerald. Bam is yours. I can't cuss a whole lot because that's what's his name. That's what's the dude from London? What is that chef from London? The guy who's always mad. Gordon Ramsay. I can't cuss a lot. That's his thing. Let me see. I can't strap the GoPro to my head. That's Kenji's thing. What can I do? I can't say shallots. That's Jamie Oliver's thing. That's not his thing, but you know, those British guys, they say shallots. Though I do have a shallot in the fridge. All right, garlic. We don't need to go crazy with the chop. We don't need a fine dice or anything like that. Just a little rough chop is cool. If you want to go finer than that, go for it. I think that's good. All right, I got an onion. Let's go. Onion, whole onion. Again, don't need a super fine chop. Come on, get off me. All right. I'm gonna throw, trying to think which one I want to throw in there first. Or should I just throw them all together? I think I'm gonna throw in the garlic first, just to get those aromatics going. Love the smell of garlic. You want to know a trick when you go into a restaurant? One thing that a lot of restaurants do just to get the senses going is they'll have some onions. They'll keep frozen onions on deck, and they'll just throw some in the pan just to get the smell going. So when you walk into the restaurant, even if the food's not totally ready, you got the smell going. Let's check on these sausages. Give me 1 second. Let me check on how much time I need to cook this rice for. 30 minutes. All right, so we're at about 5 minutes. So let me set a timer on my refurbished cell phone that I'm quite proud of. 25 minutes. All right. So we got onions, garlic, peppers. I'm gonna add probably some garlic powder, some onion powder, but you already added regular onion, regular garlic. Just vibe with me. Ground pepper, there's a little bit left. Do you know where the top for this is? Because last time you were here, like, it was here. I don't know. Did you take it? You ain't take it, did you? Yo, did you take mine? Look, just don't do it again, all right? If we run out, I got some more black pepper, and we'll see what else we'll be doing. But for now, check that out. Sausages, and I'm gonna do that there. Let me bring it up, because let's not forget who the star of the show is, okay? It's not you. All right. Rinse this off real quick. Throw the peppers in there. You see that color? That's what I'm going for. You see that? That's a one-way trip to flavor. No, that's Guy Fieri. Yeah, I can't do that. That's Guy Fieri. All right. I read an article. Well, let me say, I scanned an article about everything that goes on in the show, diners, drive-ins, and dives, and all the stuff that they got to do to make that show possible. It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. All right, so we're gonna let those go for a minute. In the comments, are you the type of person that does this? Do you rinse off the cans and then you get like a napkin? Just because you're afraid it might be some dirt up in there? I'm that person. I'm totally that person. I may add some tomato paste. We'll see. We're going to go tasting. I may add some tomato paste. All right. All right, we're still going. Woo. Nah, no fan. I don't want to turn the fan on because I don't want you to hear the fan. I am going to open up a door, the sliding door in my apartment though. BRB. Yeah. All right. So, we throw in these peppers. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. Are you sure you don't know what this is? All right. All right. Little onion powder. Garlic powder. No, I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil too. But you already add, like, you put sugar in the Kool-Aid, right? Nobody tells you anything, right? So you say it tastes good. That's what you say. Tastes good. Oh yeah. Yo, I ran through this olive oil. All right. I'm gonna let those go for a minute. Not a minute. I'm about 3 or 4 minutes, but I'm not gonna bore you with that. Or I'm gonna just leave it. We gonna talk. We gonna chop it up. That's what we do. You can skip ahead if you want to. To win, that's on you. Cause I'm not gonna put a time on the screen because I'm lazy. Not really, but I'm just having a good time, y'all. I'm having a good time. I'm struggling with today's song. So for those of you who are new here, at Cook and Jook, what I do is I pair good food with good music that you can find on the internet. Typically, I'm gonna keep it to YouTube because that's where we're gonna be most of the time. If something else comes up, you'll know. But I'll put a link to the song, and I'm struggling between like 3 songs. And one is from a producer slash MC, mostly a producer, but he also rhymes, from New York, but I believe he spent a lot of time in Houston. And then there's another song by a production duo from London, Young Cats, and they have a song with a young lady who's a soul singer from London. And I'm just like, I don't know. I think I'm leaning towards the producer from New York, but we'll see how I'm feeling after this is done. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look! All right. You see those rices ricing? Rices are ricing right there. All right. I'm gonna add this garlic. Add some tomato. No, that's not tomato. That is onions. You know how to say onions in Spanish? Say it with me. Onion in Spanish. Good. That's how you say onions in Spanish. Actually, onions in Spanish is cebolla. Cebolla. Look at that. Look at that. You know what? I may have a bay leaf. Do I have some bay leaves? I want to be honest with you. If you use bay leaves in your cooking, I can't tell. I can't tell. Let me bring this up a little bit. Yeah. If you use bay leaves, I can't tell, but I got them, so I'm going to use them. Do not eat the bay leaf. I really cannot tell. I wish I could, because sometimes I wonder, like, are we just being hustled with the bay leaf? Does the bay leaf actually do anything? I don't know. But my mama used it, so. Oh, yes, sir. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, we cooking and jooking. So what I need from you is I need you to throw some songs at me in the comments and say, make a recipe with this song in mind. So if you shoot me a song, I'm gonna get that song. I'm gonna say, do how Steve Harvey said, I'm gonna transpose it, and it's gonna come out delicious. So put a song from any artist. I can't guarantee that I'll use it, especially if it's whack. If it's whack, I'm not using it. Whatever genre you want. I'm a hip hop guy, jazz and all that, but whatever. Just throw something, and I will do my best to complement your song suggestion with a dish. Or vice versa. Hit me with a dish, and I'll make my version of it. And then I'll pair a song. All right, garbanzos. We're not rinsing the garbanzos. We're dumping everything in there. I got 3 cans. The reason why I'm using 3 cans is because I got 3 cans. Nothing crazy. I'm also the person that if there's some juice in there, I'm gonna add some water and try to get everything out. But that looks pretty empty. Do not cut yourself by accident or on purpose. All right. Yes, sir. Okay. Let me bring this over here. So I'm gonna add some more liquid. Let me give you a quick little peek into what the current situation is. That's what's going on. Right about now, you're right. So I'm gonna add some water. I'm gonna taste a little bit. Most likely, it'll need some salt. I may add some anato powder to give it some color, or I could add some turmeric, but not a lot, because I just want it to be a little bit more vibrant. But I'm waiting for that water to filter. And like I said, I may add a little bit of tomato paste, maybe. Paprika, I don't know. I brought it out. Why not? I add some paprika in there. I'll give it a little color. All right. All right. Clean as you go if you can. I don't know where this goes. All right. How much time we got on the rice? 14 minutes. Again, this is just something that I'm putting together from what I have in my kitchen. This wasn't like really planned. All right, what we got now? What else we have? That's like the hard part. Put these in the fridge. And yeah, I'm gonna add some water as soon as it finishes filtering. Then we shall bring it down and let it simmer. Alright, so I'm gonna add some water, just a little bit. I just want to make sure that it's all covered. Alright, so this is our situation right here. You dig? So we're gonna cover that up. Let it go for a little bit. I could probably add some salt and all that now, but I'm just let it go for a few minutes. I'm gonna hit pause on this camera. We're gonna be back. Cook and jook. Let's go. Okay, and we're back, and I've let this go for a few minutes, and I can tell you right now, this definitely needs some more seasoning. So I'm gonna go with some salt. It's about what? About a tablespoon. And some pepper. Yo, get off. Yo, son, get off me, son. Yo, what is going on, son? Yo, why you bugging? Got it. All right. Pepper. Good amount. Onion powder. Oh, this is garlic powder. You could also add, like, you know, seasoned salt and kind of hit it with like a one hitter quitter. It knocks everything out. You know, you can use adobo. I may hit it with some adobo. This is some onion powder. Bring this heat back up to medium. Well, I can smell the difference. Bring it up a little bit higher. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I got these sun-dried tomatoes. I bought these quite a while ago. Now, the date is, let's just say it's slightly past the best by date. Part of me wants to add this. And part of me is like, ugh. But I have had it in like a cool, dry place. So that's good, I guess. Better, I think I may add the tomato paste. I'm not 100% sure. No, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but since I'm not sure, I'm gonna just. It's all right. We got tomato paste. We don't need that. I think this still needs more salt, but I'm gonna let it cook. Didn't taste really bad, but I was just like, I don't know, because I'm not an authority on sun-dried tomatoes, so. All right, let's. I'm gonna go with a nice heaping tablespoon of tomato paste. I'm gonna stir that in. I'm gonna let it go for probably another like 15 minutes. We'll come back and taste. You know, I'm gonna add a little bit of this annatto powder. Let's make it a little bit brighter in color. It's gonna make it more orange. This stuff goes a long way. If I touch this right here, my finger will be orange for 3 days. If you're Cuban, Puerto Rican, or Dominican, you know what I'm talking about. Now, if you're not Cuban, Dominican, or Puerto Rican, and you still know what I'm talking about, let it be known. Let it be known where you're from, where your folks from, where your family from, who cooked for you growing up. You know, I grew up eating a lot of Nicaraguan food because I was like, I used to have a lady who was like a housekeeper slash, you know, just babysitter who was like family. You know, she became like my auntie, her and her family, like in my family. And so I grew up eating a lot of Nicaraguan food. A lot of what's the gallo pinto, which is like their rice and bean dish. Yeah, every like Hispanic country, every Caribbean country, you all have like a rice and bean dish, or a rice and pea. You know, Jamaicans have rice and peas. Cubans have, you know, con gris or arroz con frijoles, this different rice and bean dish. Puerto Ricans, arroz con habichuela, which is the red beans. And what else? What's the pigeon pea rice? Arroz con gandules. You know, Haitians have didi à jonjon, which low key might be my favorite rice dish. And Auntie Mori, next time I come home, I need that. I need to shoot that. My Haitian auntie back home in Miami, she makes the Haitian rice. Oh, she puts shrimp in it. Low key might be my favorite rice dish ever. Now we talking. Okay, now we talking. Still needs a little bit more tweaking. You tweaking? No, still needs a little more tweaking. But for now, I'm gonna let that do what it do. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna put a little more tomato paste in there. I'm just gonna use half the can. This is well, since you're up. Yeah, definitely. Okay, now. I mean, like, let's stop playing. We're adults here, mostly. I'm an adult, but not all the time. Oh, thanks for asking. Part-time adult is it's my other YouTube channel where I just talk about stuff, man. You know, I spent a lot of time working with young adults, just teaching life skills and having real deal conversations with them, and you know, just helping them just in life, you know. And one of my best friends slash big brother slash big homie slash mentor slash brother, the gentleman who bought me this mug. He said, what we do for a living, excuse my mic, it keeps rubbing. We made the light bulbs go off for young folks. So that's what I do on that channel. I just talk about just life stuff. It's fun. And then this is just what I do when I'm not doing that. I like to cook. I love music. It's just, I mean, who doesn't love food and music? Like when you meet somebody, you're trying to get to know them. You don't ask them, do you like food? No, you ask them, what kind of food do you like? It's already assumed that they like food. Let's see here. Bravo, young man. All right. There we go. The rice is ricing. Got a little bit of olive oil. I may throw the olive oil in here just to give it a little bit extra richness. Plus, I just want to make some more space in my. I'm gonna save a couple of drops for when it comes time to serve it. And I'm gonna put this sideways since there's literally a few drops. Let me see if I can put it upside down. I'll put it sideways just to make sure I'm not there for 10 minutes like this. Yeah. So you know, my passion. One of my passions is helping young folks become old folks, you know? Not old folks, but, you know, just grow and mature, because it's something that I think it's valuable. You know, I used to run a mentoring program in LA, and I love that. And I just saw the importance of the work. I saw the importance of the work, and, you know, I used to be a case manager for young men who were on probation, so I work with a lot of young folks who were in gangs, who were, you name it, homeless. I've seen it all. I've seen the good, the bad, and the absolute ugly. You know, I've worked with young folks who've been, you know, survivors of human trafficking. I've had, not to kill the vibe on this video, but it's just how this was formed. And I appreciate you asking. Not that you asked, but thank you for asking. So yeah, and then also one thing that I used to do a lot was I used to teach cooking classes. And that was a lot of fun. I did that for about 5.5 years. I used to run this youth center, and every Thursday, I think, we have a cooking class, and I did that for like 5.5 years. And then there were times where some of my coworkers, my teammates would jump in, and they'll teach the class, or like we'll co-teach or whatever. But there's a lot of young folks running around LA cooking recipes that, you know, came from my Puerto Rican mother, you know what I'm saying? So it's a pretty cool thing to see. And then we got to make up a bunch of stuff and all that. So, you know, food is something that brings people together. Just like music brings people together. Just like whenever you have a party, it's like, well, what are we gonna do for the music? Are we gonna get a band? Are we gonna get a DJ? We got a playlist. And what about the food? That's what it's about. So yeah, and one thing that I will say was there were times where I would be standing at the stove having a conversation with a young person about life, like heavy stuff, or it could be lighthearted, but we're talking about life, and there's like low-key, not therapy because I'm not a therapist, but I have been called a non-clinical counselor. I don't know if I can claim that, but I've been told by people. And there's low-key counseling happening as we're over the stove. You know, this is where a lot of just building happens, not just at the table eating, but cooking. So I'm over here talking to some person, and this person's like, yeah, you know, I don't know how well I did in my job interview, and I'm over here like, no, man, you did well. By the way, you told me the way you answered the questions, yada yada. Man, I don't know if they're gonna call me back. It's like, yo, don't worry about it, man. Just give us some time. You know, you just interviewed 2 hours ago. Like, give them some time. They're gonna interview some other people. Like, man, I hope so. You know, because I really need this job, man. Because I'm trying to, man, I ain't trying to be homeless forever. I don't want to be on the streets. Man, trust me, man. I don't want you to be on the streets either. And I see what you're doing, and I'm proud of you. I want you to know that you're putting in that work to get off the streets. And, you know, not everybody can say that. So, you know, I just want you to know that I see you. I see you. Man, I appreciate that, man. Hey, man, I appreciate what you do over here. Thank you, man. That's just me giving my own self props. Okay, that's the alarm for the rice. So that was about 30 minutes. I'm going to give this a stir. Bring you over here to the west side. Oops. Man, please don't break, Mr. Camera. All right. All right, let's see. Look at that. Can you hear that? You hear the sizzling? Let's give that a nice little fluffy stir. It's nice. Let's see how not bad. Not bad at all. There's a part of me that wants to add like a little splash of water and just let it steam a little bit longer. But for the most part, I like it. But I am gonna, what's this behind your ear? Okay, all right. Just add just a little tiny little, right. Boom. I'm gonna cut the heat off. You're done, party done. And now all we got is this. I'm gonna get ready to plate it. And yeah, I'm gonna taste this one more time. And then we shall see. Well, here we are. I am about to plate this food. I let the beans, the garbanzo beans, go for, in total, I say about 40 minutes. I add a little bit more salt and some onion powder to make it just a little bit more sweet. And we're gonna plate it up. Now, normally, when I eat this just like by myself at the crib, I'm putting a whole lot of beans at the bottom, and I'm just throwing a little bit of rice on the top. But since you're here, I gotta be bougie. And we're gonna plate this up in a way that we can overcharge people because it looks expensive even though it's not. So I'm gonna get some rice. Let's get some rice. Got a little bowl right here. I'm not gonna fill up this whole bowl because that would be a whole lot of rice. We're gonna flatten it just to get the shape of the bowl. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's okay. All right. I hope this comes out the way I hope it's supposed to come out. All right, let me just, that is hot. Okay, yes sir. All right. Okay, yeah, not bad. It's pretty good. All right, we can push some things in. Don't worry about the bottom because you're not going to see that because I'm about to cover that in beans. We got garbanzos with the chicken sausage that is very mediocre, but we're making good use of it. Ooh. Smells good, man. This is good use of just mediocre stuff. All right, so I'm gonna just go around the sides. Okay, that is not around. That is okay. That's not the side. That's not the side, sir. That's not the side. It's very much on top. That's okay though. You know what? This is what we're gonna do. So I had this. I have these. I don't know if you can see these right here. Actually, no, you can't. But I have some sliced cucumbers that I would like to use, and I'm really surprised at how much these garbanzos are behaving. So I'm gonna just push this down. We'll just pretend like there's an uprising right here with the garbanzos overtaking the rice in the battle for supremacy. I am going to, just because I love you and I care about you and I want to charge you as much as possible for this dish because I'm a restaurateur. I'm not really, but I'm just saying. I want to charge you as much as I can because running a restaurant is hard and it's expensive, yo, for real. So what I'm going to do here is I want to put these sliced cucumbers, but I'm not just going to just dump these old boring sliced cucumbers right here. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love them, but I want to do something with them. So I'm going to use the same bowl. I'm going to clear some of this rice out. You can just dump that down there. All right. You can just wipe that out. Nothing crazy. I'm at the crib, dolo, it's okay. I got these sliced cucumbers. You want to have a nice little presentation. You got a bunch of little random pieces. You can leave those to the side, or do something with them if you want. But I got a couple of seasonings here. Let me get this out of the way. I got a couple of seasonings right here that I want to add, because what I want to do is I want to get some sliced cucumber right here on the side. It's a little empty side right here. But I don't want to just dump some cucumber there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of cayenne. Just a tiny little, boom, 1, 2, 3. Very little bit, not a lot. We're not trying to like fire in the hole or nothing like that. We got some sumac, I don't know if it's za'atar or zatar, but it's it's a Middle Eastern seasoning, and it has some thyme, sesame seeds, salt, sumac, cilantro, and soybean oil. But I want to add some extra sumac. Sumac it's kind of weird because it's like if lemon and pepper had a kid, you would think it would be lemon pepper, but no, that child is sumac. So we're gonna add some of that. You know, if you ever go to like a kebab spot, you might get some of this in a little packet. This has a very earthy, this za'atar, it's a very earthy kind of aroma, and has sesame seeds in it. So we're gonna add some of that. We got a little bit of black pepper, just a little bit, and then we're gonna add. We're blending cultures. This is fusion cooking. Some little Chinese rice wine vinegar. This has salt in it. I love the rice wine vinegar, the seasoned rice wine vinegar specifically. But I have both. I have unseasoned and seasoned. And this is just a complete contrast to this, because this is very like sweet, and this is very and hot, and this is very like tart and cold and crispy, and this is like kind of like mushy in a way. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put this on the side right here. You dig? Very nice, very nice. You get an A+ for presentation, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I've been working on my presentation. I can tell. I'm very impressed. Let's do that. Got a couple of sesame seeds. Okay, like I said, I have a little bit of garlic olive oil. Let's see if we have anything left. A little bit over the rice, a little bit, yeah, a little bit over the rice, a little bit over the garbanzos. I do this because I love you. And today's song, some of you may recognize this this thumbnail. Get away, fly, shoe fly. Today's song, again, because Cook and Jook, what we do here is we pair good songs with good music. And I don't want to brag. I'm gonna brag. First of all, I want to shout out my parents, my mom and my dad. I love you, Mom, Dad. Thank you for just being you and raising me the way that you did. Because my parents have excellent musical taste and taste in food. Yeah. So I have paired this dish, which is this jalapeno chicken sausage garbanzo stew, or whatever you want to call it, with some brown jasmine rice, and these are seasoned what you call it, cucumbers. Forgive me for the banging on the camera. There's my tripod it's a thing. So I want to pair this with a song from a gentleman who I believe was born in New York. He's a producer / MC from New York. I think he spent some time in Houston, but his name is Jarel, and he's dope. I've been listening to him for probably over a decade, and he has a song called "Do Your Thing." And Jneiro is one of those dudes where you can just play his beats or his songs, and it's just a vibe. And I've been listening to him forever, but like I'll let his songs ride out for like 8 hours. So I'm a big fan, and I definitely want to pair Jarel with this dish. The song that I want to play, or that I want to pair with, is called "Do Your Thing," because I did my thing on this dish because, like I said, I was just looking at stuff I had in my kitchen, and I was like, you know what? Let me just invent something, and I did that, and I did my thing, and this is what the thumbnail looks like. So when you go on YouTube, you type in Jneiro, Jarel, do your thing. I'll put a link for it, but you know. But anyway, I just realized that I haven't tasted this yet. I haven't tasted this. Let's give this a taste. Garbanzos, in my opinion, I'm speaking specifically for the Hispanic community. They don't get appreciated as much as they should. I grew up eating garbanzos or chickpeas, but they weren't my favorite. They really weren't. And now you have a lot of people, not just now, but you know, a lot of people, they eat hummus, which is typically from garbanzos. But growing up, I ate a lot of red beans, a lot of kidney beans, a lot of black beans. But garbanzos, whenever I used to have garbanzos put in front of me, I was like, And now, I love them. I tend to have some just on me, just on deck. But what I love most about this recipe, excuse me, what I love most about this recipe is this chicken sausage was reduced to the role of a role player. This chicken sausage from Trader Joe's, this jalapeno chicken sausage, is not a star. It's a role player. It plays well with others, but it should not be at the front. Would I buy it again? I would, in order to make it a role player, but not the star. Got the jalapenos. Really? You got the cucumbers, the sumac, za'atar, a little pepper. Just nice, refreshing, crisp. A nice change in texture from the from everything else. It's just a complete shift. I'm thankful that I made a lot of this, because even like that 1 cup of rice, made a lot. So I'm gonna enjoy this. I appreciate you again for today's record. We have Jneiro Jarel, dope record. Shout out to Jneiro. And garbanzos, aka chickpeas, chicken sausage from Trader Joe's, onions, garlic, peppers, tomato paste, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, some other things I'm sure. You got the cucumbers with the seasoned rice wine vinegar, za'atar, sumac, some pepper. A lot of different textures, a lot of different temperatures. A little spicy over here. Just works, man. It's checking a lot of boxes. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. Cook and Jook. I just remembered, damn, I forgot to take a picture for the thumbnail. I do that all the time, but it's all good. I have some leftovers, so I may take another picture using some leftovers. But anyway, Cook and Jook. My name is Yeyo. Appreciate you stopping by. Much love. Peace. Do your thing.